Without a doubt, the fall is one of the most challenging times to move a homestead. This time of year, our pantries are full, our hay and our wood for heat is stocked. Moving it all is a lot, and none of it is very easy or fun to move. Thankfully, my canned foods are pretty sparse this year. This summer, we spent a lot of time building our homestead business, renovating multiple houses. I only had so much time and something had to give, and canning took the hit. And while we're still a long ways away from finishing the renovation here and moving in, I'll actually be sharing a updated video of the progress we've made for you guys next week on that. But I've started to slowly move things over, and I officially have all of our canning items here, so I thought I would give you a little bit of a tour of what I've got. Also, while I was unloading jars, I made a really fun discovery, so I'll share that with you in this video too. If you missed the first tour I did, this house was originally Amish, and the amount of shelves in this room is truly amazing. It's not perfect. There are some boards that are warped. There is a lot of cleaning that needs to be done, but for now, I'm just going to use it as is. I'm really thankful to have an established space with shelves. I'm not sure I'll ever even fill a fraction of them, but time will tell. I absolutely love canning, so seeing how many empty jars makes me a little bit sad. Normally, I would have every single one of these filled at this point in the year, but that's okay. We will be processing deer, pigs, beef in the next few months, and I'll use a lot of them for canning meat and lard and broth at that point. Because we're a family of 10, I can almost everything in quart jars, which is why that is mainly what you see. I do have a few hundred pint jars. I have a handful of half pints if I'm doing gifts and things. I put all of my fun or unique jars on the top shelf here. These are ones that we either use for maple syrup or they're just ones we've gotten gifts in. I'll probably move them to the kitchen to enjoy once the renovation is done. As far as filled jars go, most of what you see here was from 2024 canning. The only 3 things that I canned this year was some blueberries, which we will use for baking. I did do a year's worth of strawberry jam, which is one of our absolute favorites. And then I did a couple rounds of tomato sauce and peaches, but we've already used a lot of that up. I have a ton of tallow left over from last winter, which is good. Some grape juice. I also have a decent amount of pickled items, onions, cucumbers, peppers, relish, etc. The bottom 2 shelves here are what's left of my canned proteins and meat items from last winter. I am a big fan of canned meat. I love the convenience of it. There is some Italian and chorizo sausage, some lovely stewed venison, which is our absolute favorite, some plain pork sausage, and then a lot of broth too. Now, I mentioned I found something fun while I was unloading jars. I noticed in the corner, one of the shelves. As homesteaders, so much of what we do is centered around processing and preserving the food we raise. And having quality, reliable tools to make that possible makes all the difference. Roots and Harvest has been my go-to company for years. Our homestead would not be the same without their electric scalder or poultry shears for our weekly chicken processing. I also absolutely love their large water bath canner. Not only does it hold more jars than any other water bath canner, but it also doubles as an easy way to make large batches of broth without having to deal with the messy straining process. Cider making has also become a cherished tradition every fall thanks to their apple cider press. They also have tools for cheese and butter making and pressure canning too. Right now, you can stock up on canning lids for 2026 and save 15% off with the code BethD15. Just follow the link in the description of this video for more. I noticed in the corner, one of the shelves, there was laying a picture of an older couple. It looks to me like this is maybe a black and white photo that was colorized at one point, and it has a super cool car in the background. So I opened it to see if there was any type of like date or other information on there. And there wasn't, but there was a name written on the back of, I'm assuming, the couple, which is pretty cool. Now, I've done some research on this house. I haven't seen this name before, so I'm not sure if this is just some random unrelated picture to this house or what the connection is, but I'm gonna do a little bit more digging. I think that this is probably something relevant since it was here, so I'll have to keep you guys posted on what I find. That's all I have to share with you today. My next step will be to get something to cover this window to prevent light from coming in. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you next week for the next video.